So this administration, we've been seeing the clamping down of the borders. Now, it's one thing to talk about the southern border, but they've been doing this on the northern border too, on the Canadian border. They've been clamping down on the borders up there. I'm talking about people leaving out and definitely people trying to come in, to the point that people don't want to even come visit the United States of America. That's also number one. They are putting ICE, and let me, matter of fact, I'm not going to tell you. Let me show you what this one sister was talking about ICE real quick. Check this out.
Yo, why they got ICE checking the tickets? Why is the ICE officers checking the ticket? Get out.
ICE, now you know anything about that section right there, that's usually a TSA agent right there. ICE don't know what they're doing. They're not trained for that whatsoever, right? But yet ICE is in there. They claim, oh, well, we're looking for illegal immigrants, but then they're harassing people, right? So this administration have a thing about freedom of movement. Now, Trump said one time, if you don't like America, you can leave. You remember he said that several times. Well, then some people are trying to move around. Some people are trying to leave, and they're having a difficult time leaving, right? So fuel cost is high. So that makes it difficult for people even to do road trips if you kind of, because most Americans live paycheck to paycheck. So fuel cost is high, food is high. So you really can't do a whole lot of road trips if you wanted to. I mean, some people can, but it is what it is, right? Then with Spirit Airlines gone, now you got less competition. So that means they can raise prices again, in which they will raise prices because jet fuel cost is extremely high right now. So a lot of people are not going to be able to travel like they used to. And he's okay with that. Do you know people in his circle believe that the ordinary Americans should not be traveling like that? That should only be for the rich and the elite. But airlines like Spirit kind of disrupted that situation. This particular administration, and also the Republican Party too, let me say the Republican Party, they're going for broke right now because they know they're not going to really have another chance, because that's why they're so desperate to do what they're doing. If you pay attention to it, they're really, really desperate. They're desperate to get all this craziness done. They're desperate to solidify some power because they know they're going to be kind of cooked in the midterms. They know they're probably going to lose the presidency in 2028 because a lot of people are just tired of them. And the more one way to get yourself out of office is cause financial pain. I've seen this play too many times. When George W. Bush, Barack Obama came in right after him. And the reason so many people voted for Barack Obama, you got to think about it. Gas prices were through the roof at that time period. They had the Iraq War at that time period. This basically, all this going on is basically a repeat of that, just maybe a little more because of the Spirit Airlines thing. And then you have other airlines talking about they in the red because of fuel costs. So and people been talking about a lot of cancellations that's been happening after Spirit. Other airlines now doing a lot of cancellations. Now check this out, Spirit. Let me cue up this one sister here. Let you hear what she said about her job when she went to work. Check this out.
Yeah, you guys, I just booked my last flight without even knowing that it was my last flight. I just landed in Indy and I got an email saying that my airline just ceased operations. I just left home. So I'm basically stuck in Indy. Been a flight attendant for 5 years. This is so surreal. I just booked my last flight without even knowing it was my last flight. Yeah. As I said, I knew this was coming. We all knew this was coming, but we were kind of hoping that it never got to this. But it did. Anyways, but I flew my last flight being the baddest flight attendant that there is. When I tell you, this is new, like new shirt, new skirt, and my new heels. But I am officially signing out from being your favorite Jamaican flight attendant.
all right, 5 years at a job and it's gone. It's gone. And I didn't hear nothing about no severance packages for employees either. Didn't hear a word. So there have people that have been putting in hundreds of resumes. A lot of these companies are using AI to filter through resumes. And I really don't. Certain things, listen, I like AI, but I don't like AI on certain things. I don't like AI on moderation. I don't like AI on filtering out candidates, or whatever. I just don't, certain things I don't like. I think people should still look at some things. AI shouldn't be doing everything. But you're going to take those people, put them in the job market, and hey, that's more people unemployed. But this joker here, he don't want he fired the person that came up with the unemployment numbers. I'm like, bro, you that suck when you don't want nobody to report on the economy. You firing them? That doesn't make the bad economy go away. Like, this stuff is crazy. It's crazy. But I think they want everybody to stay home. They don't want you to have freedom of movement. They want the airline prices to be so high that only certain people can afford it and the rest of you can't. I'm hearing other travel agents say, hey, if you got some trips, you need to probably look at them and reassess them to next year. I'm hearing all kind of things. Now, for me personally, I have things I have to do, so that I'm not going to stop doing what I'm doing because of what Trump and them got going on. And I'm going to tell you this much. Trump is not going to be in office forever, okay? He's not. Eventually, it's going to come to an end, and when the Democrats get in, it's going to swing so hard to the left. Oh, it's going to swing because that's how bad it is with this particular administration. So you're going to have a Democrat president. Oh, you're going to have it. Anybody at this point defending Trump, you can't really do it at this point. You can't. What good is he doing financially for your back pocket? He's not doing good, right? He's not doing good. The war did not help him at all. It's hurting him. He blamed the pandemic on his first term. Okay, we can go with that. Fine. But this time, this is something that he agreed to. And how many times Iran say, okay, let's come to an agreement. We want to chill out. That's enough. And every time, oh, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do this. Like, bro, you know what I'm saying? It reminded me of what Zelensky said. Remember, he went to the Oval Office and he said something about, well, you're going to feel it one day. You're going to feel it. And Trump got mad when he told him that you're going to feel it. Like, we feeling it. And Trump got mad. You don't tell me what we gonna feel. And yeah, right now, America's feeling a lot of pain right now. A lot. But it's self-inflicted. Because, once again, Iran didn't shoot a missile over here. They went over there just bombing them people. Right in the middle of a negotiation. I want y'all to remember that. Right in the middle of negotiation, they went bombing those people. And in the middle, one thing that Iran wants, they say, look, we'll make a deal with your little friend over there. You got to tell them to stop attacking people. We'll stop, but tell them to stop. Leave Lebanon alone. Leave Syria alone. Go ahead on and leave us alone. Leave our people alone. And we cool. We just live. We open up the strait. We go back doing business again. We cool. Just get them in line. And you already know the situation with that. It's only so much I can say about that on this platform. I could talk a little bit more on the app about that subject matter if you'd like me to, but here, I know better than that. You say making a Democratic president sound inevitable? Oh, yeah. It's kind of like Thanos and say, I am inevitable. Yeah, it's going to happen. J.D. Vance is not going to win. Trump messing it up too bad for him. Like, think about it. Right now, you go to the average person, what Republican you want. And this is the thing, the Republicans don't even make it better for themselves. After that Voting Rights Act thing got struck down, immediately they're running to go gerrymander maps. There are even some Republicans say, man, that's not right what they're doing. Even some of them are saying it. Because not every Republican agree with the MAGA wing of the Republican Party. Some are moderate Republicans that say, yeah, you're doing too much. Yeah, I'm conservative, but I'm not that. You do have some Republicans saying that, so it's not every Republican that agree with the MAGA wing of the party, if that makes sense.